How's it going, boys, girls, and squirrels, and welcome to the end of something truly incredible. Wait, I'm sorry, did you say Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood? Oh my god, what? No, not that. I'm talking about me losing my junior anime watcher's license. For those of you who've been keeping up with this reaction series since day one, you might remember that this whole event has all been in service to me losing the equivalent of my anime V card. I've been an anime-centric YouTuber for 3 years now. I am on season 3 of my anime career. You know how embarrassing it's been to go to conventions, meet other creators, just meet other people in the wild who vaguely know about anime, and have to tell them, no, I haven't watched all of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I was a worthless, grimy, disgusting, unlovable little Wart Jr. God, I fucking hate you, Wart Jr. But now, finally, for the first time in my entire life, I will have the privilege of calling myself a Rooney. I will tear up my Wart Jr. card, and I will say, be gone. Be gone, my wretched former life, and usher in a new age of Rooney. For those of you who haven't been keeping up with this reaction series since day one, sorry for this wildly confusing intro. Even the people who watched the first video in this reaction series weren't really into that joke either. I got so many comments on that first video being like, what is this bit? Why does Wart Jr. suck? I am fully aware that this is a bit exclusively for me, which is kind of fitting in a way, considering that I am the last anime fan on Earth to finish Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. But I'm not gonna finish it if I keep extending this stupid nonsense, so let's get into it.
I don't understand! Alright, clobber that bastard! How can this happen when I've absorbed God?
Probably because you're just standing there letting Edward clean your clock like he's a fucking watch specialist. Put your hands up, my dude! You look shocked every time he punches you. What are you, waiting for him to stop? I'm pretty sure he's waiting for you to die.
How can a mere human, a meager alchemist, with his bare hands?
Who's gonna tell this guy this isn't a turn-based fight? Honestly, this is hardly even a fight at all.
He did it! Saved us! The little one saved us!
No way that's the end of the fight. I feel like this has gotta go on for another like 10 minutes at least. Ed only got to punch the dude for like 2 minutes. Yeah, you see, he's still gotta turn into some kind of horrible, disgusting freak.
Pull yourself together, damn it! Stay on your feet, moron!
This is hardly something you could blame this guy for. How are you gonna blame this dude for getting tossed around like a leaf in the wind? This dude is still getting blown away. He couldn't stand on his feet if he wanted to.
Sorry!
What? Don't apologize!
Give me your soul, Creed! Be a good son!
Oh, not in the mood to criticize others now, are you, Greed?
I can make do with Emperor of Shing! Let's fight him together! Hey, partner! That's more like it!
Oh, the noble sacrifice! Ugh, that's great. Who knew Greed would turn out to be the most selfless homunculus?
You can't just sucker punch me like that! How could you lie? You always said you don't believe in telling lies!
Ling. He's a fucking monster. A literal fucking monster.
Why, Creed? Why would you betray your own father?
Wow. Wow. Not Creed literally killing the final boss of the show immediately after I called him narratively useless.
Great!
Oh, damn it. It looks like this is the end.
Aw, poor little Pac-Man ghost. Poor Greed. All he ever wanted was to live inside of a nice Chinese boy. Wait a second, so if Greed just got ripped out of Ling, does that technically make Ling less selfish? Oh, what, you're not even gonna punch him with your new arm? Come on, take that bad boy for a spin. You just got it. Plus, it'd be like pretty thematically cool if Ed killed father with the arm Al sacrificed himself to give him. Jesus, I don't know if this is the most painful anime death, but it's definitely the most uncomfortable. This looks like the homunculus version of one of those dreams where you show up to school without any clothes on. You know, like this dude's getting sucked into his own crotch right now in front of 1,000 onlookers. If nothing else, this is objectively a wildly embarrassing way to die.
But why? I just wanted to understand Ishval's knowledge!
Are you really asking that right now? Why? You tried to eat a country!
Don't make me laugh. What's wrong with that? I only wanted to obtain perfection.
Yeah, that's fine. It's the eating the country bit that nobody liked.
No!
This despair is reserved for the boastful.
Just tell me what I was supposed to do!
I so don't feel bad for this little weird orb trying to gaslight me into thinking his greatest crime was ambition. Like, no. Absolutely not. You started multiple wars trying to become God. Okay, your greatest downfall wasn't that you were too quirky.
Ed, I've got the toll for him. Take it. It's a philosopher's stone. Use it to bring him back.
Use it to bring him back, Edward. Use it, Edward. Come on. Don't get hung up on this whole morality thing.
I can't.
God damn it, Ed.
Use my life for the toll. Use me to save Alphonse.
Oh, what a solution. What a perfect solution. Definitely use this man's life to bring back Alphonse. Yeah, I know Hohenheim's, like, fully redeemed. This dude's been going around shoving his fist into other people's wives like it's nobody's business. Or you could sacrifice him on those grounds alone. Remember that? Remember when Hohenheim went up to Azumi's husband and was just like, listen, buddy, my name may be Hohenheim, but this hoe is mine!
No way! I could never do that, you dumbass!
Okay, might be. Sorry I called it a perfect solution.
And I do bear some responsibility for this. This might not have happened if I'd just been there for you.
Like, for sure wouldn't have happened. But in your defense, I do understand you were out trying to keep the world from getting destroyed. I like how Ed's right arm is, like, barely skinnier than his left. That's so embarrassing. Ed's had like 10 years to get swole and only managed to get slightly more muscular than if he had never worked out at all.
Is that... It's a human transmutation circle!
First off, very considerate of Ling to give audio commentary considering Mustang's in the crowd. Second, that must have taken Ed like a full 5 minutes to draw and you're just now realizing what it is.
I'll be back in a few minutes. This is my last transmutation. Stand back and enjoy the show!
Dude, what is he going to sacrifice? No way he's going to sacrifice himself, right? What do you think the odds are that Ed and Al return, but Ed's the one in the suit this time? There's no way that's how this series ends, but I wouldn't be upset if it did.
And you're sure about this? You do realize that you'll never be able to perform alchemy again without your portal.
Oh, he's sacrificing his ability to do alchemy? Solid trade. What a steal. What an absolute bargain. You low-key hate alchemy. Or I guess alchemy kind of hates you, if I'm being honest.
Who even needs alchemy when I've got them?
You've done it! That's the right answer!
This is such a weirdly upbeat ending for this series.
Good job! You beat me! Go ahead! Take him home!
Oh, and now he's boys with the ghost. Am I the only one who thinks his attitude is coming from fucking nowhere? This thing put Ed and Alphonse through so much trauma just to turn around and be like, Yahoo! You solved me riddle!
The back door's right over there! Goodbye, Edward Elric!
I feel like Ed just won a game show and his brother was the prize. Also, I just like, for the record, to show that this is indeed very hype, I'd really convinced myself that Alphonse wasn't going to survive this series. I am astonished we're getting this show's good ending right now. I feel like I'm at the end of an RPG and I just found out I made all the good choices.
Home at last. It's so warm.
Oh, true, this is the first thing he's felt in like 10 years. Yo, somebody get this kid a warm apple pie stat. I need to see Alphonse take his first bite into a warm apple pie. Like, that's just an experience I won't allow to happen off screen.
You're listening to Radio Capital. To conclude our coverage of today's events,
dude, this radio station is literally never going to stop talking about this coup. This coup was the single best thing to ever happen to Radio Capital.
General Armstrong and Colonel Mustang have taken control of Central Command and successfully halted the military coup d'etat perpetrated by the senior staff.
Do not hand-deliver her gross, shriveled-up little son to her on a blanket like you're awarding her a medal. I get that there's, like, no way to give her son back in a way that doesn't come off as incredibly insensitive, but there's gotta be a better way than this. It looks like you're handing her the nation's most coveted lima bean. He looks like one of those little porcelain babies you find inside of a religious cake. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Has anybody had one of these horrible little cakes before?
Colonel Mustang released an official statement that he would carry on with the Führer's wishes, and that he would personally oversee all matters of national security.
Overseas, an unfortunate choice of words, don't you think? Also, I love how Mustang was the only one to directly profit from the events of this show. Like, the dude's just like, no Führer? I mean, I guess I'll do it if nobody else wants to.
Without those boys' relentless courage, this nation would be no more. Thank you very much.
I love Armstrong thanking Hohenheim for conceiving Ed and Al. Genuinely, honestly, one of the best moments in the entire series. I love that so much. Fuck, God, Armstrong's so good. He so wasn't in this show enough. Although, to be fair, Armstrong could literally be the protagonist of this show, and he still wouldn't have enough screen time. That was great. I assume that's probably gonna be Armstrong's last scene, and it's a perfect last scene for him.
So get this, Ed actually called me his father. Although he did preface it with rotten.
Oh, that's a sweet line. Damn it, am I about to care a lot about Hohenheim's death right now?
But now, believe it or not, I actually want to keep on living.
Yup, I am.
Silly old fool. Well, at least you died with a smile on your face, my friend.
Huh? What? Dead? I'm not dead, you crazy old bitch. My skin's just dry. I don't really know how to transition from this incredibly touching moment to plugging my Patreon, but if you liked seeing me react to this touching moment, maybe you'd like seeing me react to some horrifying shit instead. Like Food Wars Season 1, like Blue Lock, which is pretty damn intense, or like Hell's Paradise, which I haven't actually started reacting to yet, but is about to be this year's new reaction series. If you want to see me react to any of those shows, if you want to watch some reactions that got taken off of YouTube because of copyright and are now up on there, if you want to see live streams that I've recorded in the past and will record in the future, and if you want access to my private Discord server, make sure you consider subscribing to my Patreon. You get access to all of that awesome bonus content, and you help ensure that I'm able to keep putting out as much content as I do. If any of that sounds interesting to you, make sure you consider checking out the link in my description below. And now, on to the final episode of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
And who is this you brought with you?
That's a bit of a long story, but if you need to know, he's kind of my secret weapon.
First off, don't go bringing secret weapons into hospitals. Okay, they don't like that. No hospital wants to hear that you brought a weapon of any kind into it, mysterious or otherwise. Second, what are you being so stressful for? It's literally the final episode. Please, for the love of God, let this just be a happy epilogue for all of the characters. Please don't needlessly stress me out right now.
The farming method that's used in the Ishval region. They mainly double crop. Nope, that's close. But it's called dual cropping.
Imagine the US having a blind president. We could never. We are not ready for something like that. We are way too mean and way too intolerant to ever let something like that happen.
Huh, right. I envisioned a better future. And this is the price I had to pay for it.
Now I don't envision a damn thing. I envisioned a future so bright it literally burned my retinas. But yeah, the eyes are fine.
And are you okay with that?
Well, I wouldn't say okay. But still, I won't let it stop me from moving forward either.
Well, at least he's got a chipper attitude about it.
You're gonna aid in the restructure of Ishval?
The Ishvalan War of Extermination.
I love how the War of Extermination is just a prettier way to say genocide. Like, it still sounds bad, but the fact that they don't just say genocide is pretty telling. And I can't tell if that's, like, part of this show's commentary. And if it is, that's super smart and cool. I can't tell if that's just, like, accidental commentary. You know what I mean?
There's still a lot to be done.
We owe them plenty. We'd all be dead now if it weren't for Scar and the Ishvalans.
I'm astounded you aren't dead. I genuinely thought your only purpose in this show was to vaguely look like Hughes so that it'd be morbidly comical when you died. That is how sadistic I view this show as being.
Colonel Mustang, I've brought a Philosopher's Stone with me. I believe that it might be able to return your eyesight.
A yippee may be in order. Kinda thought this would be hype news, to be honest.
I know some people who might not like this. Especially Fullmetal.
Who are the other people? Edward's like the only person I know who would have a problem with this. I'm certainly not one of them. What are you gonna do, just throw the stone away? What a waste of souls.
And I'll devote my life to seeing Ishval restored. But first things first. There's someone else who needs that stone even more than I do.
Gene Havoc? Is Havoc finally gonna get his legs back?
From our hearts to your home, you've reached the Havoc General Store.
Let's go! Let's get this guy mobile again!
How are you healing, Scar?
Why did you save me?
I don't understand why you saved me, but I appreciate you honoring my request for an 11-foot-long bed.
So, I thought you might be able to assist me. Not as Scar, the killer, that is, but as a true Ishvalan.
I love the idea of Scar becoming a diplomat and handling foreign affairs in a Amestris. That is genuinely the perfect conclusion for Scar. That is so good.
We can't allow our religion and culture to die out. That would be the death of our race. And this is our chance. We can rescue our people.
I love this. This show is definitely wrapping itself up in a very satisfying way, but I would love to see a sequel just of this. It so doesn't need one. Like, this is such a great fitting conclusion to all of these characters so far, but I would love to see Scar actually help rebuild Ishval.
I've died twice now. I'm neither of the people I once was.
God, I love that too. Fuck, Scar's arc is so good.
I don't need a name. Call me anything.
Wait, hold on a second. You definitely need a name. I don't need a name. Call me anything. Fair enough. Anything. Wait, no, I mean call me whatever you want. Right, and the name anything is included in that, right? I suppose. Good. So your name's anything now. Okay, call me Scar. Too late!
Are you okay?
I didn't realize my muscles had atrophied so much on the other side.
Damn, May picked the right brother to simp over. Look at this strapping young lad. Alphonse? More like how long? How long have you been working on that jawline? More like I'll fawn over you any day of the week.
Whatever. Quit acting so weird.
I wonder how Ling is doing. Do you think they made it back to Xing?
Dude, I can't get over the fact that Alphonse is just like a grown-ass man. This dude looks like a 30-year-old history professor at Oxford.
Hey, come on. Quit looking at me like you want to kill me, all right? You're about as stupid as I am.
Hey, maybe don't call her stupid if you want her to stop looking at you with contempt.
And you didn't even end up with the Philosopher's Stone. You know what this means. My clan won.
May, take a swing at him. He's just being a dick now. I thought you had the essence of greed literally sucked out of you.
Trying to accept and protect everyone it's too greedy.
I guess he rubbed off on me after all.
Holy shit! Ling arced! Ling finally arced! No, not the greed bullshit. I'm talking about his eyes. He's finally looking at people. That's also definitely on purpose, right? Like, there's no way it's a coincidence that Ling opened his eyes the moment he said greed rubbed off on him.
Forget about that. What about you and Winry?
Oh my god, I completely forgot about Winry.
Den, we're home, boy.
Hey, Winry. Got enough fucking apples? Save some apples for the rest of 'em, Mistress. I know Al said he wanted a pie, but you don't gotta hoard 'em all. Thank God Edward was standing there, because otherwise Winry would have straight up thought her dog was attacking some door-to-door textbook salesman with polio. Alphonse looks like Butters from South Park grew up and became an anime character.
Dummies, welcome home.
Thanks.
Good to be back.
Was or was the narrator not literally father? Because they had the same voice, and now that father's gone, so is the narrator.
Winry treats me like I'm her personal slave. And after everything
Winry said she's making tea to go with the apple pie she's baking.
Ed gets frustrated like he's a Charlie Brown character. Dude was about to throw out a why I oughta if Al hadn't stopped him. You know what I mean? Like Ed's over here giving good grief energy.
How's work been lately?
Exhausting. There's a new problem every day and they're sending me to an early grave.
He said that like he's literally being ordered into an early grave. Like, is this dude being executed? Oh, you know, there's a new problem every day and I've been stationed to a new post. Oh, really? Whereabouts? Oh, just in some coffin 6 feet underground. Seriously, you gotta help me.
Devotion to our country.
Why is this child still breathing? How did nobody put this kid into a box and then kick that box into the ocean? Does nobody have any common sense in this world? What's on his forehead? How can we be certain that's not evil?
You understand what must be done.
I'll see to it that never has to happen.
What a strange conclusion to Salim's character. I guess it makes sense with this show's themes of like tolerance and peace. And it's definitely really good. Like the more I think about it, the more it works with having this like, one of the homunculi like be kind of reformed. Like Salim isn't even really reformed. He's just straight up a different child. But to have like everyone in the military have to kind of like swallow their concerns and be like, you know what? He's a different child. He's innocent. I'd love to kill him. Boy, would I love to kill him. But we gotta not do that because we're a good country now. Like it makes sense. I'd kill him.
But if you take 10 and then you add something of yourself, you return 11. It's not much, but it's an all-new principle that we're trying to establish.
What, like doing something nice for someone without wanting something in return? Did you just give the mathematical formula for compassion? Holy shit, this is why you don't base your entire societal structure on the laws of alchemy. That's how you get grown men being like, there's this crazy new idea we're trying out. It's called being nice. It's like this, right? It's like, if you were to like say something rude to me, in this new philosophy, I wouldn't beat you to death. It's this new type of philosophy. We're still working out the kinks. A lot of people are gonna miss the beat you to death kind of route. We're trying to close that off. We're trying to put up a big road closed sign on that kind of thinking.
Mr. Gerso, Zompano.
Hey, Al, there's plenty of food. Dig in.
Thanks. Excuse me. Can I have some milk here when you get a chance?
Nice, yeah, Al's got like 10 years of milk drinking to catch up on. Do you see how big Al currently is? This dude would be 9 feet tall if he'd been drinking milk this whole time. Thank God the universe nerfed him.
Please keep the screws tightened.
Yeah.
Dry it off immediately when you get out of the tub.
Fine.
Are you even listening?
Ed finding Winry absolutely insufferable is such a funny conclusion to this romance. Like, if this is how the show ends, I won't even be upset about it. This is too funny for me not to respect it.
Sure. An appointment?
Oh, he's sick of making appointments. He's gonna confess his love to her, isn't he? Let's go. 3 cheers for a definitely better ending than the one I just pitched.
Equivalent exchange!
Oh my God, what are you doing?
I'll give half of my life to you if you give half of yours to me!
Oh, never mind, he salvaged it. That was sweet. Unbelievably dorky, but very sweet. I can't believe he made that work in the end.
Come on. Do you have to treat everything like alchemy? The whole equivalent exchange thing is just nonsense.
Look, it was definitely cringy, but at least a little cute.
What'd you say?
Ugh, it's nonsense. How about I just give you my whole life?
Take it easy, Winry. A man needs his space. There's a reason the starting offer was 50%.
Thanks for cheering me up. I'll miss you. Goodbye.
Oh, I'm so happy they're happy, though. I can't believe all of the relationships made it out of this show alive. This ending has genuinely warmed my heart.
Oh, so I see Edward's doing some traveling as well.
Who the fuck are you?
It's good for them to keep moving. Men who just sit around doing nothing are boring.
Okay. Ouch. The hell, Fullmetal Alchemist? I thought we were cool. Why are you fucking coming at me like this? In the last 5 minutes of the show. In the last 1 minute of the show, actually, the show's just like, oh, by the way, go fuck yourself, kid. Okay, I'm not gonna show the outro because of copyright nonsense, but it do be cute. I love the cute little montage of where everybody ends up. Mustang grows the second worst mustache in history. Absolutely hate that look for him. But Ed and Winry end up with a couple of rascals, so that's awesome. This show kicked ass. I ripped this, and immediately my mind went blank. I was like, fuck, I can't do another take. It's already ripped. Come up with something. But it was great. It, like, I don't know. I have nothing new to say. Every video I've made on this fucking show, I've just struggled to make a little outro piece because I have nothing new to add. I hope that that's not entirely true. I know I've done some little, like, analysis breakdowns of the show here and there. I hope they have offered some cool little, like, insights that you didn't pick up on when you watched this. I hope I wasn't just, like, saying shit everybody already knew for decades now. But I did love it. It was awesome. Some of the best fights I've ever seen in anime. Some of the best, like, just actually not even some of, just straight up the best antagonists I've ever seen in anime. I can't think of any better ones. Like, Bradley and Envy are just such top tier antagonists. I don't know, dude. I'm upset that it's over. I don't want a sequel because this is just a perfect little, like, wrapped up package, but it sucks to end on, like, a time skip, on, like, oh, we're gonna rebuild, we're gonna do this and that, Alphonse is gonna go explore. It's like, it's almost like sequel bait, but the bait isn't like, oh, demand a sequel. The bait is like, hey, let's fucking see who's stupid enough to ask for a sequel. You know, it's like they're trying to expose me for being, like, a dumb enough consumer to be like, I need more. No, I recognize that this is, like, the perfect amount of Fullmetal Alchemist. And what makes this show so good is that shit that gets paid off in the end is set up in the very beginning. Like, this show keeps such great momentum from beginning to end, and it benefits from being a completed package. You have shows like Naruto, like Dragon Ball, shows that, like, just kind of spiral out of control, shows that, like, forget their own continuity, that, like, just start making shit up, or, like, start overpower scaling characters, and it's because they don't have their own end in sight, and this clearly did, and it clearly benefited from it. It's awesome. 10 out of 10, for sure. I hope I don't seem too low energy. This just, like, I think is a pretty long video. It was a pretty hype one, so I am a little tired, but most importantly, I'm a little Rooney as well. I am now a veteran anime content creator, which means my subscriber count should skyrocket overnight. I'm gonna go to bed, I'm gonna wake up, and I'd better have at least 500,000 subscribers after this. As always, let me know in the comments what you thought of this video. Let me know what your favorite jokes were from the video as well. And let me know what else you'd like to see me react to. And I will see you guys next time.
Hold on to me, baby. Won't you come a little closer? Will I leave for now?